Has this happened to you? You got a wobbly chair or you got a very unlevel chair. You don't know what to do. I spent a lot of money on this. Well, how does this happen and how do I stop it from happening? Well, today I'm going to show you first how to fix a wobbly chair and how to determine first of all, and then fix an unlevel chair. My name is Mike Chase, and today I want to show you how to fix a wobbly chair and level an unlevel chair. Let me give you just a quick little story. So I bought a dinette from here. My wife and I, it's a high dinette. We ordered a double bench, so a big bench. Now keep in mind, I've probably put together thousands of these chairs, not to exaggerate over my years. I put it together, my stretchers on the bottom of the chair are crooked and my bench is unlevel. Well, immediately, guess what I did? I want to call the manufacturer and get parts or send it back. So I'm thinking about it and I start looking, showing my daughter, and all of a sudden it's like, I realize I put the legs on backwards. A simple little thing all the years, but I failed to realize that this particular piece, it was important where the legs went. So I hope today this video can help you not have the same frustration I had. Here's a wobbly chair. This, as you can see, is quite unlevel. Our first thought is when we're putting these together, so we buy 7 chairs, 8 chairs, and we put 6 or 7 together and they're fine, but we got 1 or 2 that's wrong. Our first thought is always to say, well, how did I get a defective chair? I want you to change your thought pattern right there for a second. These are mass-produced, hundreds at a time down the assembly line. If one chair is bad, they're probably all bad. If one's good, they're probably all good. Normally it's something simple. Even someone like myself that's put thousands of these chairs together, periodically I'll put one together wrong. On the bottom of a chair, there are letters that say L and R. I want you to remember, and this is tough, but where you're standing right now, this would be the left leg. Where I'm standing, it's the right leg. So we do everything in the furniture business of facing. So when that leg down there should say L on this side. So make sure you put the left leg on the left side facing, the right leg on the right side facing. That's first and foremost. So I'm going to show you how to tighten up a chair first. So this chair is very, very wobbly. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to show you how to correct this part at the same time. The first thing you need to do is loosen all of these up with these simple little tools. These tools come with it, screwdriver does not. You just want to loosen everything up and get your chair loose. Get everything loose, force these legs back into them, make sure they're tight, and then just tighten them back up, hand tight first. Front, both legs, the left and the right. This particular chair, you can't put the legs on wrong, so that's nice. But you can put these stretchers on wrong, and that will cause an unlevel chair. Tighten these back down, very, very simple, as you see. Nice and snug. By the way, this is part of the maintenance that you're going to have to do over the years of owning this chair. It's not a big deal, just a little bit of maintenance keeping them tight. Phillips screwdriver, put it right down in this opening, tighten it, and these will work themselves loose over the years depending on the amount of use. It's not a big deal though, just tighten it once in a while. The last thing you want to do to correct just a wobbly chair, remember we're not talking about unlevel right now, just wobbly. You want to find this, put your Phillips screwdriver in there, your Allen wrench in there. Actually this one's using a Phillips, put your Phillips in there, tighten them all down, and just make sure they're all snug. We do not have a wobbly chair any longer. So now we understand how to fix a wobbly chair. We just fix this one, it is no longer wobbly. Now I want to get to probably the most important part of the video, an unlevel chair. You spent lots of money on a dinette, you put it together, you've got a chair that does this. The first thought is I've got a faulty chair, a short leg or something. Maybe you do, probably not, and I'm going to show you why. Most floors, first of all, in all homes settle and are unlevel in some spots. Move your chair around on the floor and see, it's already a little bit better right there than it is here. But I do have an unlevel chair, I believe. How do I find out? Pick the chair up, put it on a flat, level surface. Your kitchen countertop would be good, or your dinette table. Sit it down easy so you don't scratch your table, but this is a perfectly level tabletop. Now, Well, look at that. I do have an unlevel chair. So we've determined we do have an unlevel chair. So the way to fix that, turn your chair upside down onto the flat surface. Loosen up all of the bolts up front. If they're not already loose, let's loosen them up. Get some wiggle on these legs. Okay, so now we've got the legs loose. Now push them, make sure they're set. Hand tighten them, no more than hand tight right now, and I'll show you why. Now they got the legs tight, but they're just hand tight, they can still move. Now I'm gonna turn the chair back over and level the chair. I want you to pull out on these legs, and then push down, pull these legs out while you're pushing down, putting some body weight. If you have a small child, you want to get down on the floor, they can sit on it and you can get down on the floor and do it. I'm going to do it from up here. So now we've got them in, we've pulled the legs, pushed down on it, self-leveling. We simply go up here, find those bolts. A little tricky, but you got to find those 2 bolts and tighten them up. If you want to use a socket, you can do that. I'm just using what the company's going to supply to you. The manufacturer supplies. Those 2 are tight. I keep putting the pressure down. I come over here. Nice little torque on it. Don't over tighten it. You can rip it out, so don't over tighten, but just nice and snug. Now look at my chair. Perfectly level. You remember the chair was unlevel? Simply do that. It's self-leveled. It is not a faulty chair. You don't have to wait on service or parts. You can just correct it. So more times than not, it is not the chair that's faulty. It's us just not knowing what to do, and that's fine. But in that chance that you do have a chair, that you've done the steps that we're showing you here, or our delivery team does the steps, and we can't fix this chair from either being wobbly or from being unlevel, we have a customer care department. You place a call to our customer care department. They will completely get you taken care of. Reach out to your sales associate. He can direct you there, or go to our online store and ask questions there also.